man, for those of you that are initiated, you should already know what time it is. Just sit back. And for those of you that aren't, if you fuck around, you can go ahead and put some flame to that motherfucker, because it's finna get real. But first, we gotta get on the right vibration. Yes, sir. You fucking with the right one. It's about that time, y'all. Get ready to open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. Yeah. Just a little reminder that I'm still more fly than your most favorite Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself. And this right here, this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, man. And look, man, we have reached the last and final installment in our Saturn in the motherfucking Houses series. And this time, we gonna bring it home. Because this right here, this a little something about those people that have Saturn in the 10th house in the natal chart. Yeah, they look like money. And, before we actually get to that, you already know what I'm going to do first, y'all. I'm going to bring y'all a little information on what the meaning of Saturn is in astrology and some of the energy that comes along with it and how it might affect you. Then after that, I'm going to bring y'all a little information on what the 10th house of the astrological chart is all about. And then after that, we're going to bring it to a head and bust that motherfucker. So, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get it cracking, okay? And so, when we talk about Saturn, man, if y'all ain't got the message in the other 11 videos, Saturn is the motherfucking resident disciplinarian and taskmaster of the zodiac. Yeah, and he ain't gonna never make shit easy at all, man. And being the ruler of the sign of Capricorn and the 10th house of the zodiac chart, Saturn is going to make you work for whatever you want to get, man. And it can show you success. And, like the priceless message of Jesus Christ himself, man. When he was teaching about being fishers of men, let's put it in a different context. If Jupiter is going to bless you and feed you a fish, you're going to be all right that day. What Saturn is going to do is Saturn is going to put you through some shit. It's going to teach you to fish and you'll never be hungry again. Yeah. It's like that. And so, being real like that, that's how Saturn does. And let me say that Saturn also rules the sign of Aquarius in the 11th house of the zodiac chart to a lesser degree because they're co-ruled with Uranus. But, that means it's okay. Besides discipline and hard work, man, it's okay to want to rule the world. And, Saturn is also all about time and all of its usefulness and all of its limitations. And so it also rules over old age and the lessons that can teach us. And wherever Saturn shows up in the chart, that shows where we feel restrictions, man, where we might see some delays, where we see obligations, where we see fears, and the sign placement shows a type of energy connected with your obligation. And the house placement that in the natal chart, that's going to show the area of life that you feel the most restricted and the most delays in, and, where you're going to have to work the hardest to obtain the things that come to you, man. But once you put that work in, Saturn is going to show you how to bless yourself. Let me teach y'all something, man. We want to talk about pop culture a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about getting it out the mud? Saturn going to make you get it out the mud. Yeah. He's going to teach you how to get it out the mud. You want to talk about pressure? Saturn is pressure, man. Pressure will turn a coal into a diamond. How the fuck you think I got right here? I'm really going to stop saying that soon, but not today. But, that's what it is. And when we talk about the aspects that Saturn shows, that shows the most direct involvement of other areas of life where we have feelings of fears and responsibilities and restrictions and shit. And lastly, Saturn takes about 28 years to traverse the whole zodiac and come back to where it was at the moment of your birth. 28 to 32 years. I don't know if I said that. And, it's at that time that's called your Saturn return. And people talk about that a lot. That's a much, heralded thing in astrology. And, what the Saturn return is going to do is it's going to bring on some rough times, man. And, it's either going to put you through some pressure or maybe even ease up some restrictions that you've been feeling, man. And either way, it's going to be the beginning or the ending of a karmic cycle, man. So, just be ready and stay woke. So when we talk about the 10th house of the zodiac chart, man, first off, this is one of the angular houses of the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th. And, it's the highest point in the chart. It's the most visible point in the chart. It's really called the house of social status. It's ruled by the sign of Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? And the planet Saturn. And it's about our career. It's about social grouping. You know what I'm saying? It's about our energy in society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? With the 10th, think status, think authority. You know what I'm saying? Think the authority that status can convey, and consequently the role that we take in our, commonalities. You know what I'm saying? It kind of speaks to any promotions we receive, any fame we may acquire, and the type of business we partake in. With respect to achievement, you know what I'm saying? Like the 10th house focuses on how we see ourselves and how the community perceives us as well. You know what I'm saying? We really focus on manifesting ourselves here in this house. Vocation is important in the 10th. What role we choose and how we best fit. You know what I'm saying? How much do we really want to achieve? Career, professional goals, ambition, and motivation all come into play in the 10th house, man. And everybody can see it because it's on display. That's what the 10th is about. The 10th is going to put you on display, man. The 10th can also be about ego gratification, man. The question of how will we manage the gifts and the status that come along with the, the stuff that comes with the 10th house stuff. And just remember that not all of us are built for success on the grand scale, man. And the 10th gonna let you know that. That's just keeping it real. But when we talk about having Saturn in the 10th house, man, the first thing you got to know about this placement, if you didn't pick up on what I said a second ago, is that, Saturn rules the 10th house, man. And so he's at home and empowered here, man. So whether male or female, this daddy energy, for real. And when I see Saturn here in the natal chart, I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm dealing with an extremely self-disciplined and determined individual that's about something. This is a person that commands respect. And, if they aren't already well known in their community, you know what I'm saying? They're probably going to be. That's where Saturn in the 10th will tell you, man, for real, man. They're probably going to be in due time. And time, time is with all things, but that's really no cap, man. You know what I'm saying? Because with them, they earned it. That's the thing. They earned it. These people are extremely ambitious and hardworking, persistent, especially when it comes to their career, man. For real. However, you know, they often have to come up the hard way with countless fucking obstacles and, you know, detours and delays and, you know, in that particular arena of life. And, you know, it be feeling like to them, like the universe is constantly testing them to see if they can handle the success. Why? Because if anybody's going to get it, they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people that get it out the mud. Like we say, Saturn is at home here. We're talking about Saturn and Saturn, right? You know what I'm saying? This is Capricorn in the 10th house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bosses. And that's just me being real. It's not me blowing anybody up, man. You know. Fuck you, mean. For these people, man, like, it ain't checkers. It's chess. It's chess. And, you know, 10th house Saturn motherfuckers are the standard bearers, man. And they handle their shit, man. Nobody is more self-disciplined. Nobody works harder. Nobody keeps it realer. And taking in responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? Like, that comes naturally for these people, man. This is follow through. You know what I'm saying? This is cardinal earth, man. You know, this is just, you know, this is somebody that's about something personified, man. This is a person that ain't fucked up about putting in the time, you know what I'm saying, to build solid foundations, man. So they end up being that motherfucker that had, you know, way more patience than you. And now they run the company and you back in orientation. That's what you're dealing with here, man. That's what you're dealing with here, man. And, you know, another thing is, you know, the 10th house is also the house of public reputation. Okay, understand that. And so these people take themselves extremely seriously, man. They don't do anything just cause. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what they do, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be the type to make sure they do it well because they care how they look and they're not going to come out looking stupid in any situation. And that's something that they do a lot in their life to make sure that never happens is that they come out looking stupid, man. You know, just like with Saturn in the 6th, you know, that we were just kind of talking about before, you know, this is another placement of a workaholic, you know what I'm saying? And even beyond that, you know, a control freak. But either way, you know, it's going to pay off for them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they're just going to have to put the work in and, you know what I'm saying? And then with them, they're willing to take the necessary steps. And once they do, you know what I'm saying? Which they like I said, they kind of inherently always understand and respect, you know what I'm saying? That in turn makes them bosses and authority figures and whatever the fuck they decide to do. And whatever the fuck they decide to do. And with Saturn, you know what I'm saying? Once they get to the top, like they're going to have staying power. They're going to stay there for real. And the 10th house and Saturn, you know, they also speak to the authority figures in people's lives, man. So we got to understand that. And when I see this placement, it suggests that, you know, these people probably had a very strict father or at least one of the parents, you know what I'm saying, that really taught them a lot of discipline and persistence that they really used to succeed later on. And they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know, with some challenging aspects, you know, they probably experienced one of their parents or this parent that I'm talking about as probably very cold or emotionally unavailable, just to say the least. Either way, though, as a child, man, the 10th house Saturn person had to learn how to be emotionally self-reliant, man. And, you know, they learn to respect hard work. And sometimes, you know, the best way to show love is to provide stability and, you know, be someone solid that can be counted on to know what to do when, you know, nobody else took the necessary steps to be prepared. And they're going to be respected for that, man. What I can say is beyond this parental figure, man, you know, This placement also for me suggests a mistrust of authority figures. But let me tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's really because these motherfuckers feel like that they can do it better. Because they've been watching certain authority figures and they see them skipping steps. They see them do stuff that's not by the book. And these people are by the book. And, like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to put a clinic on your ass and let you know, man, you know, they're naturally competitive and, you know, they spot weaknesses like it ain't shit. Like it's nothing. And, you know, they're ready to show that they can handle the shit that nobody else was prepared for. And, you know, with time, they will get to show, man. That's all this is about, is like them waiting for their chance to get to the top, because these people right here are headed to the top, and they're not fucked up about taking the steps to get there. And if somebody's head is a step, crunch. Real talk, man. Another thing, man, just remember that, you know, the 10th is the most visible house in the chart, man. So these people, they're going to come across like they mean business, man. And ultimately, they do. So, you know, respect it or check it. But either way, just because you built like that, man, you don't have to build like that, man. Like, you don't have to feed into the negativity. We all have all this energy, you know, available to us in our chart. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, man, it ain't about what you do. It's about how you do it, man. So, you know, I look forward to seeing what the fuck y'all gonna do with that. You know, I appreciate all the love and support, man. This concludes our Saturn in the Houses series, man. You know, so y'all can go review any one of them motherfuckers. You know? And so, hey, we're gonna close out that Black Moon Lilith series probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, and you know, we on to the next thing, man. Who knows where we're going with it? Who knows where we're going with it? I'm just so blessed and, you know, overjoyed with how everything is growing and how everything is building, man. I love all y'all, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all see how I do. I put in the work. I'm going to be dedicated for you. Anybody waiting on a reading, I got it coming to you when I told you I had it coming to you. Everybody that thought you had something coming late, it didn't come late. You see how I do, because I'm a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? I was sick as fuck with a fever, messed up, but I still came and motherfucking delivered. I ain't got Saturn in the 10th house, but that Mars in Capricorn will make you be a motherfucking boss. Say, man, I love all y'all, man. Y'all keep it real, baby.